Okay, Bill, welcome back.
Thank you.
This will be our modified program. So based on your training over the past 6 weeks and how you've progressed, we've changed up some of the exercises slightly and a couple other things. So just to start, we'll go for a jog around the facility. Just 5 minutes at a medium pace. So we'll do that now.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So now that we've just finished 5 minutes of the rowing machine, getting our heart rate moving and all that good stuff, we're just going to start with some stretches. So our first stretch will be a rotator cuff stretch. This one's simple but very important, especially on a push day. So the idea is to have some sort of resistance, a band or even a dumbbell, and all we're doing is coming from here down to here. We're doing 10 to 15 repetitions each arm. What this is going to do is warm our rotator cuff up and just strengthen those stabilising muscles. Yeah. So coming in line with it, having your elbow at 90 degrees. Yep, and then coming down. Yep, perfect. Yep, just like that. We're really targeting that rotator cuff. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, and repeat that with the other arm. So just like this. Keeping that elbow in a fixed position and simply bring it like this one, just like that, straight down like that. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. Whilst you continue with that, we'll simply set up for the next one. So the next one, similar to this one, is a chest opener. So I'll just show you how we set this one up. So obviously with a band or a cable machine, and very similarly, we grab our band, we wrap it around our post or pole or whatever. And there's 2 variations for this. We can do this on banding. That'll just keep that elastic tension like that, and we're simply opening up our chest fibres. Alternatively, if you haven't got a band, we can just do it against the pole like this, holding, trying to get deep into it, and then swapping arms. Again, allowing blood flow, stretching those muscles so we're not going to pull anything or strain anything. So try that with the band, and obviously after you've completed a hold with the band, swap arms, and then you can even try the post to see how that feels. So I'm just going to find out. Sweet. Yep, so after we've performed this, another shoulder opening exercise, similar to a lateral raise, which we'll be doing later in the program. What I find is another shoulder opening exercise, so grabbing small plates or small dumbbells, and simply raising them to the sides. So a light, nice and easy lateral raise. Again, just making sure everything is warmed up before we start applying lots of stress to it. Yep, so perform that. Beautiful. So the next, after you perform this, the next one's going to be a lower back release, also known as cat and dog or cat-cow. Looks a bit funny, but it does have a purpose, and the main purpose is to release tension within the lower back. So obviously it's important when we're in the gym lifting heavy, you do sometimes find a build-up of tension in those main fibres that run down your back. So simply with this one, come down on all fours, we're going to be bringing our stomach all the way up and then all the way down and release. Up and down. And that should just help open up those lower fibres within the back and just making sure everything's nice and
Do you want me to
mobile.
tuck my shirt in so you can see?
Huh? Oh, that's alright, I can see from here.
In the past I've struggled with these.
Yeah. Coming up all the way and then fully down. And opening up everything. Perfect. And
Is
up.
that enough rotation? Or?
Yes, obviously, as far as you can open up, both in the up position and the down position, everybody's range of motion is ranges differently, but the intended purpose is to obviously make you more flexible and mobile over time. And I'm coming down. Perfect. So our next one after this is a standing side bend. So obviously this is going to be targeting our side core muscles and our back as well. So simply from here, coming down to the side, trying to keep your torso as upright as you can, but just keeping your arms straight and long and coming down as far as you can.
Do we face in the mirror?
Yeah, so you can face the mirror to see your range of motion and how it's looking. So keeping your chest upright, coming side, perfect, and to the other side. Really trying to get everything loose and feeling it work, the intended muscle group.
I can go down further
On one side.
on the left side.
Yeah. So that is common with a lot of people. Some people have a more flexible side, and obviously if you've had injuries in the past, that can inhibit mobility and range of motion. So our last stretch before we begin our workout is called a broomstick. So as you can see, it is a broomstick. Some people have dowels, and basically the intended purpose is to get your shoulder range of motion to the point where you can pretty much go all the way back through and up. So obviously at the start it might be a bit difficult, so just start by doing one side, and then back through, one side and one side. I'll get you to give that a go. So obviously the wider you go, the easier it'll be for you. Yeah, perfect, and this will really open up your shoulders to be able to give you full range of motion within your lifts. That's cool. Oh, sorry.
That's alright.
Okay, now we begin the fun stuff. So our first exercise is the barbell bench press. I'll just set this up for you. Sweet. Just watch your head. So the bench press, obviously very important movement. So how we set it up, Usually there's a fixed bench and rack. In this case we've got an adjustable bench. And how it works is simply coming down underneath it, putting our arms evenly spaced. So in this case you're about the same height as me, so I like to put my hands on the inner rings for beginners. Simply pressing up, coming over your body, and then coming down. Touching your chest and coming up. And rack. So just to warm up, just do 8 to 10, and then we'll get into your working set. Yeah, so I'm just going to come stand behind you. Yep. So taking it off the rack, bringing it over your chest. Yep. It's 2, 3, 4. One more. Perfect. Rack, back to the rack, down. So in terms of weight, how did that feel?
Yeah, that was good.
So
Just at this stage, and then I'll add more
yeah,
next time.
okay. Cool. Okay, cool. So to start with, we've still got a barbell bench press. So we'll come through and perform that. So you've already done a warm up, so now I'll give you some weight. Get here for that one. Yep, and for safety we'll put the collars on. So, slide and clip on. Cool, so I'll get you to jump in and show me how you've been progressing. Yep, so on our rings, yeah. Lifting off. Coming over our chest, and then pressing up. And 2 more. Beautiful rack. Nice, good job. Watch your head. Cool. So this is our new program. So I've incorporated a barbell incline bench press. So basically the identical movement to the previous exercise, which was the dumbbell incline bench press. This is simply just with a barbell now. So unrack it. Coming over our chest, coming down, and up. Perfect. 2 more. And 1 more. Perfect. A rack. Beautiful. That's great form. Okay, cool. So now we've got a barbell military press. This one will be targeting our front deltoids, and it is a compound, so obviously we'll be working on our lower back stabilizers, shoulder stabilizes triceps and upper chest to some degree. So coming at a nice, slightly wider than shoulder width grip, standing underneath the bar, coming off, taking a step back, pressing above our head and back down, up and down. And once we're finished, coming in and racking. So coming out arms slightly wider, yeah. Coming off, yeah. And pressing above our head. Two more. One more. And rack. Perfect. So this one's still the same. We've got a dumbbell fly. So jump down to the bench and show me how you've been progressing. So, dumbbells. This is our chest fly, sorry. So back, yep. All the way up. Like this, yeah. And coming straight out to the sides. Perfect. So I can see you've got a greater range of motion this time around. Nice, good. Yeah. Good. So these are seated lateral raises, so sitting in that upright position, holding the dumbbells to the side of you, and then coming out and up. And this one will be targeting our lateral deltoid. Yep, so we don't have to go all the way up, so just, yep, to there's perfect. And then not coming down all the way, stopping it about there. Yeah, perfect. Nice and controlled. Perfect. Nice. Cool. So coming forward, chest down to your knees. Raising the dumbbells, yeah. This is our rear delt fly. Yep, so keep that chest on your knees. Yep. Perfect.
Do it anymore.
So this is the same as our previous exercise, except this one's going to be performed with a barbell. So this is a barbell skull crusher. So having our arms about shoulder width, coming down just above our forehead, and coming straight up. Alternatively, you can go above your head, as long as we're keeping our elbows nice and tight, tucked in together, straight up. I'll get you to perform that one. Yeah. So laying flat on your back. And I'll just come here to make sure everything's nice and straight. Yeah, straight above you, like a bench press. Keeping those elbows tucked, coming down and up. Perfect. Yep, elbows nice and tucked. So, yep, perfect. Up, straight. This one's 8 to 10.
It's 10.
Yep. Cool. Yep. Okay, so for our last tricep movement, just need a bench, a dumbbell. This one's very simple, so we're doing bringing the dumbbell behind our head and coming straight up, down, straight up. So coming all the way down, feeling that contraction, coming all the way up, down, and all the way up. So I'll get you to perform that, please. So behind our head, yeah, going all the way up and all the way down. And this one's targeting our tricep, which is this muscle here. Yeah, and try and keep that elbow a little bit more upright. There we go. Perfect. Yep, this is good. Good job. We'll just go through a quick cool down. So for this one, we're going to be doing an aerobic cool down activity. So we're just going to go for a nice 5 to 10 minute walk. So we'll just do that now. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll actually walk around the gym. It's quite a big facility, so we'll go and do that. Cool. So we've just come back from our walk. Tried to flush out all that lactic acid from our first workout. So we'll just come back through now and we'll do a chest stretch. So chest stretch. So come onto this pole. Same as what we did to start with, just loosening up that chest of yours. So that should be nice and tight from all that blood flow running to it. This will just help relieve some of that tension. So this on both sides. Nice. So next we'll do a banded shoulder stretch. So I'll just grab the band. Yeah. And this one, starting here and pulling out. Yeah. Same for this side, starting in and pulling out. Perfect. Give that a go. Yep. So keeping it in line with your body. Yep. And pulling out. Perfect. Yep. So just like that. Perfect. And keeping our elbow running parallel with our body and keeping it close to our body too. Perfect. Swap arms. Bring it out. Yep. Keeping that nice and tight and just straight out.
And this is a stretch or an exercise?
So this is actually a stretch, yeah. And then coming out and just holding it. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, so now we're just going to run through a nice simple neck stretch. So running through the movements that we've done, a lot of people build up tension within their neck, causing headaches later down the line. So nice and simple, just grabbing your arm and pulling that to one side and trying to resist against it slightly, but at the same time just really releasing that tension. After we've done one side, we'll do the other side. And we'll do forwards. And then coming backwards. And then a couple of free ones. without the assistance of our arms, side to sides, backwards, forwards, and then a couple around the world just to really loosen everything up. Nice. We'll be doing that cat and cow one again. So, like we did at the start, coming down, down, up, and down. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. So next one is going to be a hamstring stretch. So during those movements, we did involve some leg drive. So we'll just try and keep everything loose. So keeping our leg as straight as we can. The other leg down or up, it's up to you. I'm just pulling down. I'm just really feeling that hamstring pull. And squat. Repeat. So now we're doing our, we've done our cool down aerobic activity. Yeah, so just running through some basic questions. Is there any suggestions on, questions on exercise volume or intensity you have at the moment?
No, I just need to do a bit more.
Yes, obviously, the more we do, the better you'll become at this, and your progression will change over time. So I'll just tell you how it briefly works. So at the start, we keep the volume and intensity quite low. So for our exercises today, the intensity has been about a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And basically how that looks is we use a scale known as RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. And basically how this works, a lot of people read the scale differently, but the definitive way is essentially if I give you an RPE of 9, that means after your one movement of a bench press or a squat, you should only be able to do one more. So 9, and then from 10 is now 1, 10 from 9 is now 1. If I give you a RPE of 6, you should have about 4 left in the tank. So if I'm getting you to do 10 on the bench press and I give you an RPE of 6, you should be able to do 14 total, right? So that's how the scale works. Obviously, over time, this will increase and get harder. I'll just come over here and I'll just show you how this looks through a diagram. So you can see here volume and intensity on this line graph, and how you can see progression, how it changes through the curvature over time with more weight being lifted. So have you got any feedback regarding today's session or anything?
No, I just need to keep moving. I'm a bit stiff, I'm a bit sore, so I know that I'll get better with it the more I practice. So
yeah, that's cool. So obviously moving forward, I've got your program. We've got a great base level, and yeah, we can keep going forward.
When will it get reviewed again?
So
stick with this for how long?
So we'll stick with this program for 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your rate of progression. and then obviously from there we can review it, see what's going well, what needs some more work, and then continue to improve from there. But yeah, great session today, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks,
No worries.
Max. Appreciate it.
No
Cheers.
worries.